Welcome back to The Gloves Are Off. It is time for us to continue on with Dump and Change. And remember, if either of you do not like a topic, you can dump it, change, move on to the next one. First up, though, Evgeny Malkin was talking about his injury status and his rehab. Happened to mention to a publication in Russia that it is more important for him at this point to go after an Olympic gold medal than it is a Stanley Cup. If you're a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, does this piss you off? I said it again.
Well, I'm kind of pissed. Are you pissed?
Yeah, I'm pissed.
We're pissed.
Everybody's
Totally
pissed.
Everybody's pissed today.
But are you?
You know what? No, because
Why not?
Because he was speaking to a Russian publication. What's he have?
So
to
you're
say
strictly taking it in context.
Absolutely. I don't think
Okay.
he has a choice.
You
mean, the Russian hockey's in a lot of disarray right now.
Look at the draft. Where are all the Russians in the
Absolutely.
draft?
If he said anything different, he might be like in one of the
Yeah.
mines somewhere.
exactly.
You know,
Not to be found.
never to be found again.
But as a Pittsburgh Penguin, should he be minding his P's and Q's a little bit more, or was he just, like you said, it's all in context?
I will guarantee you that was back in Pittsburgh. They knew about that before he even said it.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
He probably did say it. He
Yeah.
probably said, "Hey guys," and they are very understanding. You know what? That's a great question, though. Have you ever gold or a Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
What would you rather play for? I mean, I know what I'd rather.
I guess when you have
your
one, it's all
country
about going
or a
after-
Stanley Cup.
Well, what is it for you?
I couldn't. It's a tough question
Tough
because if
question
you're
to
shooting, I love Canada, but I guess on a personal note, the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, that's a tough question to answer.
Absolutely.
All right, I want to move on now and talk about the NHL draft here for a minute. We just said where were the Russians, but was it any surprise to either one of you that Tambellini and the Oilers decided to go with Nugent Hopkins? Or what was the biggest surprise for you maybe out of the draft? Anybody? Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
I watched it. We even had it on the desk while we were live on.
I didn't get to watch that.
What was the biggest
Watched a little
surprise
bit.
for you?
Again, I'm a Leaf fan. I was pleasantly surprised that they traded up and got
Yeah.
Biggs out of the U.S. I think
Okay.
he's going to be a player, and it was a guy that they coveted, and they knew. I think if he was there, that they're going to take him. Was I surprised in Nugent Hopkins? No, not at all.
No.
Not with the press and not everything. One thing that worries me: do the Oilers need another small forward? I don't.
But
know.
the thing about it is, he's not really like I'm lucky I think to get to watch this kid in junior, and my nephew plays with him, so it's a great. I've got to see him. He was very thin,
yeah.
but he's 6'1". So a lot of people don't know
Yeah.
he's 6'1". His sentiment. Let me tell you, his vision. This year, when I watched him play, there's nobody that has that kind of vision, and sees the ice. He's very deceptive. I don't think he's going to play there this year. He has put on a lot of weight for him. But another 20 pounds easily could go on him. He's going to be a star. He really is. I thought they were going to pick the D-man, but Larson dropped at the combines really bad, I guess. So I don't know. Something else must have happened there too.
Alrighty. We're going to go on now. I wanted to get to this one. Tough chick. I don't know if you guys are watching the Women's World Cup or not, but I am. Christine Sinclair gets her nose broken, comes right back in, scores the only goal for Canada on a set piece. Does this end the women are not tough enough debate for you, Brian, and all your hating on women's soccer?
Wow.
Does this? Are you going to watch a little bit more
Where does
World
that
Cup
come
now?
from? I've never
Because
ever
you always
said.
knock me when I want to talk about soccer
No,
on
I
this set.
said watching soccer is like watching paint dry.
I'll
I
agree
never
with you.
said anything about friggin' ladies soccer or anything like that.
Were you impressed
so
with how
don't
tough
put
she was? All
words
right.
in this mouth.
Let me take them out of your mouth. My apologies, but
Give me that boxing glove.
no.
Because
Were
I'm
you?
going to knock you out in a minute.
But tell me, were you not
Tough chick.
impressed?
Tough chick.
Tough chick. Were you not? Come on. Does this not make it a little bit more?
You know what? I'll tell you what. If I would have watched it, I might have been impressed. But you know what? Again, it is not on the top of my list. Oh, you know what, though? I did watch the Chinese last night, or Japanese team
Oh my
play.
gosh.
Yes, whatever. I think any woman that can play in the game of soccer is a very tough chick.
Woohoo! But Kevin, honestly though, like, were you not a little bit impressed? I mean, nose gets absolutely broken. She comes right back on and then scores the only goal of the game for Team Canada.
I was impressed. Was I surprised? No.
Yeah.
When you've seen some of the history of Christine Sinclair, I mean, she's been a leader. She's been a spokesperson for Canada women's soccer. So it was great to see, and Canadian, right?
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
You got to get it done against France. That's a big game for them. It's
Huge.
practically a must-win.
Yeah.
All right, that is all the time that we have for Dump and Change, but stay tuned because I know Brian just can't wait to play Who Am I? Once again, that's next.